Does being a high value person make you a good partner? I'm speaking upon this because there are a lot of women who, outright go look for men who have money, who can bring materialistic values to their life.
It depends on what you think is a good partner.
It depends on what you think is a good partner.
Mm-hmm.
Speak up a little bit so we can hear you. I would say, to you, what is your definition of a good partner? Obviously, to men and women are completely different. What you value are different things to what we value. But I think the more high value the man is, the more obnoxious he is, and the more requirements you have to meet as a woman. The less your opinion matters.
I think the more money a woman makes, the more obnoxious she is. I don't think that makes a man more obnoxious. If you're, let's say you're beautiful, you have 300,000 followers, you're just gorgeous as hell. If you were dating someone who wasn't high value, who you think would be more obnoxious? The dude who's not high value, who's like, fuck you doing, who you texting, that guy, or the guy who actually has money? I don't really agree with you.
Well, I say obnoxious because he's gonna be rude. So obnoxious means extremely unpleasant.
All men aren't rude.
And I think, if your definition of do what I say or this is not going to work out.
That's the difference.
That's not putting your foot down.
Being doing what I say does not mean I'm rude. I am not a rude person by any means, stretch, form, or the fashion. I'm a very polite person. I'm nice, I'm kind, and I'm funny. So now, when I say, hey, no, we're not doing that, we're doing this, and you like, oh, I don't want to do this, and you just really not being compliant. Or if I be like, all right, well, if we doing that, then, I want to do this afterwards, or we going to do this, or that, and the whole night kind of goes according to how you want it to go, then I'm going to automatically go ahead and assume, like, this probably ain't going to work out.
Okay, so, I'm going to I want to say I'm wrong for using the word obnoxious, but I do believe when a female is not compliant with a guy who has already made it in his eyes, it is hard for him to even settle for somebody with an opinion, for somebody to settle who's not going to just listen to what he wants to get done.
That ain't true. I like a good conversation.
Wanting to do something is completely different.
If I want,
that's an option. It's a choice.
But that does not mean that if you want to do things, I just completely dismiss it.
I think, going to dinner, what you want to eat is something like very simple. But just imagine, somebody who has decided to share a life with you does not mean that they're going to completely adapt your lifestyle and fit in. And that's what high-valued men want, for you to fit into their lifestyle. Like, yeah, we can do certain things. We can do some fun things that you want to do. But at the end of the day, like, you know what? I don't need you to work.
They don't want you to completely fit in. Because if he likes to go hang gliding and you don't want to go hang gliding, I don't think a lot of dudes are going to be like, bitch, don't hang glide, bro. Like, come on, man.
No, right. That's right. But I'm talking about being in the same space and just even doing regular things on a daily basis, aside from what are we going to eat, like the choices. When he has made a choice, that's the choice that he wants to stick with. I don't think
anything's wrong with that. If you
you see, I say they don't make good partners if you're that high valued, only if you're inconsiderate to the fact that you're also dating a person who, may not have grown up the same way. So just look at it this way. Somebody could have experienced pain. Two people, you and me could experience pain. We could have been in an accident, right? Mm-hmm. And we could totally view it differently. Like, you could almost run into a car and you'd be like, oh, thank God I didn't run into the car. And now I'm like, oh my God, I almost ran into a car. I need to be so careful. We're just different. So people experience the same thing but have different reactions for the same incident. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a guy and a female deciding to live together, it's not like, oh, let's go eat a meal and that's unimportant to my life. That's not going to change, if I eat breakfast or if I ate lunch or what you eat in particular. But waking up every single day and then having to comply to not even having the ability to voice your opinion to what you would like to do with your time. Like high valued men, if they're really dating you, they would like you to help them in what they're doing versus you even having your own thing. Like he can walk into the room while you're working on making your business, and to him, his conversation with you is more important than you doing what you're doing towards bettering yourself.
I mean, is his business really making money and you're just...
But that's the thing. Just because his business is making money does not mean that a person should have to blend so well to be one person without actually having two sides blend. That's not blending. That's just standing in the shadow of someone. And I'm not talking about in the shadow as who's more successful. I'm just talking about in the shadow of if you were supposed to... Let's just say every single day we do every single thing that I want. How long do you think it would take before every single choice, opinion, song you listen to, which gas station you take, which route you turn to, how you spend money, what time you go use the bathroom, what time you shower, what time you're gonna eat, all those things, if they were all dependent upon me, how long would it take? What time you're gonna shower is kind of going to be... How long would it take before you feel like you're not yourself? Like you don't have an identity? I'm a man. Yeah, you're a man, but I just told you you're doing everything, all these things. Like, how long would it take you to feel... all these things when you say to do them? Yeah, how long would it take before you feel like you don't have an identity? After the first command you give me. Okay. If you want to not even try to put yourself into someone else's situation, you know, that's like saying... I'm not even going to go into that, but... Any person who is restricted of a free will to voice their opinion or try to live in their own footsteps will eventually not want to stay in the situation that they're in. It's two things going to happen. It's either you're going to live in your life and be totally regretful because you feel like every single day is the same day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is a routine. Or two, you are just going to hate the person that you're with. Disagree. Why would you say that you disagree? I mean, you're the guy. You just told me that you would hate the first thing that I said versus... the first command. Yeah, versus like for a woman, we get so much commands. Like the only difference between a man and a woman is that you guys aren't emotional as we are, emotional. I don't necessarily, I don't know about other guys, but I don't think I give commands like do this or do that. But if I want to do something or I... But you see, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a guy who makes so much money or who makes enough money. In his head, he makes over $100,000. I wouldn't be much different if I did have money. Well, again, I keep saying, let's not talk about you because you're not that type of person. You know, if we talked about me all day, then we just don't need to talk about girls because they will be perfect. I don't think most guys who... I mean, okay, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the men who are really making money and the men who aren't willing to compromise when a female is not fitting in. The same way that you said... Are they wrong? I'm not stating that they... compromise when they got money? I'm not stating... I do. I'm not stating... Oh, didn't you just... Oh... I said I do. I didn't like stressed on it. I can sit and put a whole... Okay. You know, I just said I do. I would say... Remember, my whole statement is a man, not even a man. A high-valued partner does not make you a great partner. Mm-hmm. Being high-valued does not make you a great partner. Mm-hmm. It only makes you a great partner if you understanding that this is a relationship and it's two people coming together and it's going to be a blend versus... Anybody who has money, whether male or female, and they're dating someone who does not have money is going to be looking at that person like, I'm the prize, I'm the catch, so you need to get on my program. We're talking about real money. I'm going to say, like, thinking of like a lot of friends and people that I have known in my life, I totally understand why you would say that. They're gonna think that they are the prize. But reality fact is, money means something, but happiness means something else to people. You know,
You
like,
think most people are pursuing happiness?
I don't think most people are pursuing happiness, but character counts. It really, really do. And, you know, if you're a person who's not ambitious and you're with someone who has everything, it is hard for that particular person, maybe, I don't want to say male because males don't care how much women have, but for a female, it will be hard for her to really, really accept you. Versus if she knew that you were ambitious and you actually were ambitious and you would, you know,
I know a lot of ambitious motherfuckers who still 40 something still being ambitious.
Being ambitious and being 40 something years old, I don't see an issue with it because I can't, you know, stop anybody from trying to get what they want to get in life. Just
They still being ambitious. That don't mean it's
and being successful. To me, this is just for me personally, the effort counts. And if you're gonna try the same thing every year for 20 years straight and the shit didn't work out, obviously that's somehow dumb.
The gym is different from monetary, like, income. Like, if you've been doing 100 push-ups a day, like, that's just like 2 plus 2 is nothing. You're gonna eventually build muscle. Like, but
what's your purpose of saying that?
I'm just saying, you could drop $100 on a new stock or the same stock every day. That doesn't mean you're gonna be a millionaire. Like, it's not the same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get that. Like,
I'm just saying, your analogy doesn't make sense going towards money.
wait, why you say it don't make sense going towards money?
Because you're like, if you go to the gym every day and, you know.
I never said anything about the gym. You did.
Okay.
Yeah, I really never did say anything about the gym.
Oh.
You having money as a male in a relationship, you're expecting what you want. You're not expecting any less. And for a female who has money and is coming into a relationship, a smart female will want to go for somebody who is loving her for her. And that should make it a lot easier because men don't really care what women bring to the table, right? So at this point, I think like women should just lie about how much they make. Lie. Like, I mean, he's not gonna be in your bank account. Lie.
True.
Lie so that one, you've been dating guys, so you know, make this 3-figure once a year, and
so what happened after you lie, y'all together? Maybe you could pretend to lie to be submissive to y'all together.
Lying to be submissive is not the same thing as lying as how much you make. Because I'm telling you, if I got into a relationship and we weren't together, that person will not know how much money I make. I'm going to lie.
Okay, so they don't know how much money you make. You lie. How? My question is,
do I ever tell them the truth?
Yeah. Do you think it matters to this motherfucker or not that
it actually
you
does.
lied to him this whole time?
For the money thing, no. You know, like, if I was telling a motherfucker who wanted to move in with me, oh, I didn't buy this house, I'm renting this house, and we need to split rent with me and give me money, yeah, that's a big ass lie. I'm not gonna be able to forgive you for that, and I don't expect any person to. So even if a guy or girl moves in with you and you had the audacity to lie and say that you were renting that house and you're paying rent and you need half of the rent every single month.
Okay, that's you asking for money. But technically, if you lie and say you don't make this money and I'm buying you gifts thinking I'm giving you something you can't afford, isn't that kind of the same thing?
You have to stroke a man's ego. And every bitch should learn that shit. Stroke the fuck out of that ego.
So yeah, I'm confused. Which one? You stroking my ego
lying
in
is
the
okay.
bedroom and stroking my ego like by like trying to make me seem like I don't know, like, oh, I can't pick this up, babe. Pick it up. Like that's not the same as like.
I know, but when I say lie, I was referring to, you say you buy me gifts. And he's thinking, oh, this is so valuable because she wouldn't be able to buy this for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that side. I'm not talking about stroke the ego in the bedroom. Don't lie about sex because guess what? If the sex is terrible, you're going to be stuck with it forever. And that's just fucking sad for you. So yeah, I think it's okay for you to make that guy feel like what he's doing means something to you. I really mean something to you.
Why do you think that?
Because guys love to feel like they're doing the best.
I think that's bullshit. The reason you wanted to make it seem like it really means something to you is so you can get some more. It has nothing to do with how a man feels. Man don't give a damn. If I bought you some flowers or something and you just was like, oh, thank you, and I'm like, oh, shoot, that's cool. All right, whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh, man, she didn't really like him. Like,
look, the whole reason that we're even having this conversation is to state that a woman is making more than a man, right? Financially.
That was this whole conversation?
No, just like right now, like what we're speaking about, like right now. There are some men out here who feel some type of way because their woman make more money. Like they actually feel some type of way because she makes more money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not gonna lie to someone because I want them to give me shit, but I'm going to lie to them because one, we're not sharing bank accounts.
Okay, so
I don't need to have to disclose my income to you.
Can I tell you something? That's partially a part of the reason why some men feel some type of way when their woman makes more money than them. It's not all about, oh, she just make more money than me. It's about normally when a woman makes more money than a man, that's her money, and his money is our money. Do you get what I'm saying? I was even talking to somebody about this today at work, and I was like, y'all don't share bank. Y'all was like, y'all married, y'all don't share bank accounts. He's like, oh no. And he's like, no, bro. Like she just spends up all her money, and I'm like, okay, so like, what you like pay the bills and shit? And it's like, like she could still make more. Like she makes more than him.
And she'll still spend all of her money on
but it's pretty much the opposite of how like we are. Like you want to pay the bills and save money and be responsible, but guess what? Most women don't do
those things.
So
again, I'm looking at it from a person who is not trying to con nobody. Also, like if a woman is really about her shit and she's on her shit and she is making money, like you asking me for a dollar figure on how much I'm making, I give you my credit score before I tell you how much I'm making. Like the fuck you care about how much I'm making? Are you going to try to start a business with me?
What if you know for a fact he makes $300,000 a year? You still gonna trip on like how much you making?
No.
So what? So only if you know for a fact he makes less money than you, you're like, I ain't telling you shit.
I think if he makes less money than me, I'm not going to try to talk about money at all. That's not going to be a topic of conversation that I ever bring up or want to speak about. Now, would I speak about what are your goals and dreams in life? Like, yeah, would I know the type of job that you do? Yeah. But are we going to have financial conversations? No, we will not.
Okay, so what if he's the type of person who has some type of common sense and he asks you what type of job you got? Where do you work at? What do you do? What you going to say? Not saying, you don't got to say on camera. I'm sorry, you can say the truth.
I'll answer that straight up. I'm not going to lie about it.
If he's not dumb, he's going to know like that's like, oh, okay, like she makes some good money.
Yeah, but then when you ask me how much I make, like if you
I don't know, ask you how much you make.
But there are some people, after being in a relationship for so long would.
I think, okay, so
I'm not disclosing that with you. Like I just don't feel comfortable enough. We're not sharing finances unless we're about to do something to help each other out.
Okay, so
like I'm okay. It's fine.
I wouldn't ask you how much you make. at all.
I'm a
But-
very modest person,
but
and some
women-
people aren't.
Most women out here nowadays are very, they spend money. So if you do make a lot of money, for most females who do make a lot, most females, shit, you gonna see it in what they wear and like what they drive and shit like that. Like females like,
Nice ass shit.
yeah, like so you're like, you gonna see it. You be like, oh, I'm gonna pull up on you, take you out tonight. You can pull up at her house, go in her house. I'm like, God damn, some fuck. It's gotta be like $3,000, $5,000 furniture in this motherfucker. Like, she got. I'm just saying, like, it's you. You can tell. You can hide it all you want to. What you gonna do? Live in the ghetto or some shit? You gonna?
No, I'm not gonna live in the ghetto. I'm not gonna.
It's either you make a lot of money or you selling the pussy. What you doing?
Telling. Again, I'm just referring to like a number, putting a figure out there. We're not gonna have that
I ain't
conversation.
got to know all that. I'm looking around here, can tell that already. I'm gonna find that out in the future when I put a seed and you put a ring on it and got you indebted, trapped with the penis. How much money you make, bitch? How much money you making, bitch?
That's some crazy ass shit. Like straight up. Like straight up. But yeah, no.
And then on top of that, females who goddamn make money do not date niggas who don't make no money.
I just want females to understand that even though a man may not be making that amount of money you make, like some of these regular ass guys out here will love the fuck out of you.
Yes, they would love the shit out of you.
Some of them will also cheat and not be shit.
Whoa.
That's just the fact about it.
Whoa. Those are like other dudes. Like black men don't cheat.
Lies.